I was sitting here talking the whole time, thinking I pressed the go live button when I did not. And I happened to be looking on here and it said like press go live and I thought I did it and it wasn't even live. So, yeah, that's how you know I'm sleepy. I had set a timer for 30 minutes and I was just talking to myself for the last at least 3 to 4 minutes. So I feel really slow because I should have noticed that nobody was saying anything. That's what made me look though. I was like, nobody's commenting anything. Why? Like I've been talking and nobody said nothing. I feel real dumb. Happy Wednesday, y'all. I'm so glad that I'm here today to talk with y'all. I'm really excited. Yesterday I hit 16K on this channel. And I'm so excited because I'm officially over the hump closer to 20,000 subscribers. And that's my next goal. I know at the beginning of the year, I said I wanted to reach 25K, but my little mini goal within the goal is 20K. And so seeing 16,000 made me realize I'm closer to my goal than I am from the other side of the goal, which would have been 10K. So everybody who's been watching, everyone who's been leaving me comments consistently, just supporting my channel, not making me feel like I'm uploading and talking to myself. I really appreciate y'all, all the votes and the polls, the video suggestions, the encouragement. Like, I really do appreciate all of y'all for y'all support. Hey, Lisa, happy Wednesday. Like, it's just becoming like a little YouTube family, a community. I'm really enjoying this a lot. But I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate it. And I'm really focused on pursuing like content creation to a point where it is a good source of income for our family. Right now, I'm doing this more so like part time, but I really want to move into full time income. Not to say I'm ready to like give up career outside of content right now, but I just want to grow more. I want to see new things. So seeing the growth, it always makes me feel like I'm on the right track. Keep going when I don't feel motivated. Um, I will say I've been feeling motivated by some of my favorite larger content creators on YouTube, their consistency and just their drive to keep going and building their audience. I'm really inspired by that right now. So like sometimes when I have trouble sleeping, I watch like some of my favorite content creators, content here on YouTube, and just it'll kind of inspire me. Not in a way like I'm gonna go copy what they do, but just in a way of like, look at how far they are doing them and being themselves. And like that can be me too. When I was in the chat room talking to myself, when I thought I was talking to y'all, I was explaining I don't have my ring on because I was washing some dishes and I was handling raw meat. And I don't like to wear my wedding ring when I clean with bleach or am dealing with like raw meats. So I left my ring in the kitchen and now I'm in here. So I'm not about to get up and go get it. But yeah, I feel like every vlog, when I don't remember something like that, I'm always explaining. Like, oh yeah, I'm still married, y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I said that we could talk about growth. Y'all, I found out today that YouTube put this oldest videos filter back on our pages. And so now people can go and see your oldest videos. And I've been on YouTube since 2009. So if y'all go on my page looking at old content, I am so embarrassed. I was a teenager and I just have like old videos of me and my friends living our lives, like didn't know nothing about how to vlog, using the oldest cameras and Android phones or whatever I had back then. And when I tell you growth, like there's growth in seeing myself filming on iPhones, filming with, a professional camera that shoots in 4K and just being able to like grow my audience from where it was when I was that 15, 16-year-old girl to now. Like, that's awesome. The other thing I was explaining was I was not able to figure out how to start the live on my laptop, even though I've done it before. It seems like the only way I can do it on my laptop is if I start it on my laptop. And I'm just like, I don't understand. I don't want to hold the phone the entire time. And last time I used the tripod, I'm holding it, which is why it look like it's shaking. I'm doing it on purpose right now, but when it was shaking before, it was an accident. Oh my gosh, Brandy, I didn't even realize those numbers. And I'm not even into like numerology or numbers in that way. But one of my videos had 1.1K and 1.1K views, and it had been watched 1,111 times. And I was like, that's a lot of ones. Let me look that up and see what they say that means. And it said that repeating itself represents new beginnings and like encourages you to basically like go after whatever it is that you're trying to do. And like the new beginnings part resonated with me because I'm going through like a little transition phase and it feels like a new beginning for me. So I don't know. I don't be doing the number thing, but sometimes when I see a number over and over and over again, I will look and say, like, well, what did they say that this means? Um, I saw your baby shower. It was recommended to me. I was like, oh, Lisa, for real? YouTube be out here recommending videos that are like 8 years old, 6 years old. That's gonna make me put that video in the suggested section of the actual video because I was trying to show people like my videos with Josiah over the years, but because I don't feature him on there often and we didn't have that oldest tab, it was hard for me to remember like what did I title the videos that I had with him. And I was documenting my pregnancy in the third trimester, but I didn't even think to look in that playlist because I used to document everything. And I did take a hiatus from YouTube when I got pregnant just because it was a lot going on. But when I came back, I started doing them kind of videos. And it's crazy. Like now, I wouldn't say I'm a mommy channel per se. This is really my channel, but I do feature my family here from time to time because they're a part of me. So maybe one day Josiah will have his own channel. He's been asking. In other news, I've been trying to film more videos, long form. I've been getting some more emails from folks wanting me to promote stuff. So I'm trying to see if and when, how I'm going to start doing the brand deals again. But like these folks don't be wanting to pay. And I owe you guys a live session with one of my friends, Kara from Simply Miss Kara. We've been talking about this live stream for the longest, like over a year at this point, but we haven't done it. But I really want to talk about how companies always reach out and never want to pay no money. And it's so annoying because they have budget, but they like to play like they don't and want you to just do a review for them for exchange of product. And that's so annoying to me because you can't get free promo like from a stranger. I'm not your friend or your relative or someone that benefits from promoting your product for free. Especially if y'all have not heard me say, oh my goodness, I have a problem with this. I wish someone could recommend something that would solve this problem. These be random people coming to ask me, can I promote their butterfly catcher off Amazon? And I'm just like, for the life of me, what would I do with a butterfly catcher? Like now I gotta be creative and come up with something to explain me wanting to use this butterfly catcher and you want me to help promote it for free to my audience? Hmm. Like y'all gotta pay. They don't be wanting to pay. And I'm just kidding. It wasn't a butterfly catcher, but you know how random that sounds? Think of any other random kind of but not really useful gift that someone may ask you for. It's never things that I really be like, "Oh, I want one of those." The last time I had a review like that was when this company wanted to send me a tent. And I thought about like how we might host for like a birthday party, a family reunion in the summer, and you want to have that type of tent thing so that you can keep the sun out and you can put your tables and stuff up underneath. So that was a review where I got an item for free, and it was really worth it. Like the tent itself was worth about $200. And I gotta see where I did the video, or even if I did the video, but I did do some sort of promo for it in exchange for the item for free. And it was actually a very useful gift. And then before that, like sometimes I would do hair reviews and work with companies, but I haven't done that in a long time. I haven't really found any companies that are interested in having me review their hair. I think like once Amazon blocked me, I stopped doing those kind of sponsor type, not sponsor type ships, but sponsored content, because I didn't want my Amazon affiliate account getting shut down for something that shouldn't really be an issue. Like if someone's reaching out and saying, I want you to promote my product that you get on Amazon, for exchange for money for your social media posts. But I don't know. Amazon has been cracking down. I've been noticing when I go and look at reviews, there are more reviews with people like cutting off their face, their recognizable features. They putting stickers on their faces and only showing the dress or only showing the wig. It's almost like Amazon doesn't want the micro influencers getting credit for putting these different companies on. But at the same time, it could be because the companies on Amazon were bribing folks with free hair, money, or whatever in exchange for positive reviews. And then that was making the integrity of Amazon look bad. I don't know. Anyway, y'all, what are y'all grateful for this week? I'm gonna marinate on that and see if anybody has anything that they want to share. Also, I have this go live with me thing on here where I can add a guest. And that's a new thing with live streaming that I missed out on when I decided to stop posting on live. I've been here posting shorts and stuff, but I mean on live. I don't see the chat. That's the one thing about this phone that I don't really like. It's like you can't type anything. I'm like, how do I type something? All right. That's why you have your laptop pulled up at the same times. That way, if y'all cannot see me, my bad. I be freaking. I see. I got this thing in my hand and I can't multitask. Hold on. I'm about to put the link. If you want to go live with me to talk about something, I don't see it. I feel like the old lady that don't know how to. Ooh, you can do a poll on here. Okay, hold on. Let me do this poll. Let me find out. I'm learning about new features. All right. Have you seen my latest video? I'm about to see if it works. Oh, that's so cool. Vote in the poll if y'all see it. Hey. That is so cool, y'all. Look, I'm on my phone and my laptop so I can show y'all. That is so cool. That's what it looks like for me. That is so neat. It is. Brandy, the next time you go live, you've got to use this for your subscribers. That's so cool. Okay. Grateful for patience, grateful for not losing my mind due to this wedding. Well, let's talk about it. What's stressing you out right now? I understand weddings can be stressful, but don't lose excitement over your day. Like don't let anybody stress you out to the point where you're not enjoying it. Like I don't know if you've seen my videos about this topic, but I have a video where we talked about being a bride on a budget. Then I have this video that my husband and I filmed after the wedding where we talked about like our reflections. When I go back to edit the live stream, I'll put it in the description box. And I'll try to remember to put the baby shower video in the description of my other one. But let me go back. My husband and I were talking about it, and like he was talking about how he had the time of his life. His friends were so awesome. It was really a great experience for him. Meanwhile, I'm over there telling everybody how I didn't enjoy my experience because I was so hands-on planning. I should have not tried to do everything by myself. I should have let other people help me. And by the time we got to the wedding, I was just like over it. Not to mention I had a dress malfunction. And when I had my dress malfunction, like, I just felt like, it was the end of the world. So I didn't enjoy it the same as my husband. And my bridesmaids had a lot going on in their personal lives. Like, it was just more stressful than it had to be. And in hindsight, like, I could have simplified the process. I could have spent less money. I could have invited less people. There's just a lot of little things that made stuff stressful that I could have avoided if I wasn't trying to overdo it and be over the top. Budget. I have too many bridesmaids. They're so picky, just staying on top of things. I understand completely. I don't know if braids. Can I not talk? What is that place called? David's. I don't know why I said braids. David's Bridal is where I got my wedding dress and where I got my bridesmaid's wedding dress. I did not vlog when I got married. So I don't really have any pictures or videos from this channel to show y'all, but they had some really pretty light pink dresses that were on sale. And everybody was able to get them with a special discount because of the deal I found. Also, with my dress, it was I think like a $400 or $600 gown, but I only paid $99 because it was on clearance as well. And it was a beautiful dress, but your girl was drinking the night before and she was super bloated. Hey, the Stay Life Coach, how are you? Thank you for joining. And shout out to you. Um, but what I was saying is like I felt like I messed up my fit of my dress because I overate the night before and I had been drinking, and so when I when I went to put the dress on the day of the wedding, it was super tight and I ended up ripping my dress trying to use the bathroom. So like I was stressed because I kept thinking I was going to have a horrible moment. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you for your support. Um But yeah, so all I'm gonna say is don't stress and enjoy the time. Like it's gonna be so silly when you look back, like whatever things that y'all are arguing about or whatever things are stressing you out. Just try your best to enjoy the engagement and the planning of the wedding. And if certain parts are stressing you out and you have someone who can help, like let them help you. If you have a maid of honor or matron of honor, like let them help execute some of these decisions that affect the bridesmaid. That is their job. And that's something I didn't really have as far as support when I got married. But now that I'm older, like if I were to be asked to be the matron of honor for somebody, these are things that I would try to do for my friend if I was in their wedding because I understand how stressful it is to be the bride and trying to remember all the things and accommodate all the people and make sure that you still get some of the things that you want and also your husband's happiness because a lot of the times we get so caught up in what we want, like we don't even be hearing him. So then you start having tension with your fiance over the wedding stuff, and it's really not that deep. So I say that to say, like, don't let that stuff stress you out. Enjoy the process, enjoy the experience, and I don't know, like it will pass so quickly. You'll be blinking and it'll be time for you to get married. So just enjoy it and it's gonna all work out. Everything's gonna come together. It's gonna be beautiful. So, I still didn't tell y'all what I was grateful for. Uh, besides the normal stuff I normally say, like my family, my health, I was able to have an extra day off this week, and I've been able to catch up on rest. I have not went to bed late at all this week, and I'm really grateful for that because the last 2 to 3 weeks, I have been struggling with sleep so bad, and, it felt nice to not be extremely tired in the morning this week, which is why I went live a little earlier because I wanna wrap up at a good time and then try to get myself in the bed. I even have my little pajama thing on already so I can put myself in that mindset. I have a hair update coming soon. If y'all noticed, I took my sew-in out and I got a hydration treatment and a trim. So that vlog will be coming soon. But I got some other vlogs and videos in front of that one. So just keep watching. But y'all, I had to trim my hair and I think that we're gonna get it on the right track. I think I found somebody who I like to do my natural hair and my sew-ins, and I found someone that I like to do my braids. So I'm gonna try to stick to those people, but I have to figure out some protective styles that are not gonna keep pulling at my hair in the front because the back is long, thriving, and healthy, and then the front is just like suffering. So if you have any tips for hair growth, like the natural way, please let me know. I use wild growth oil. My stylist who did this and my sew-in that I had in for my birthday, she said that sometimes the edge control is what takes out our hair, and she gave me some advice around that. So, ladies, if you're watching this and you get like knotless braids and stuff like that, where you put that edge control stuff on your hair, I think honestly it may have contributed to some of my hair thinning or loss around this area, but I also think it was the braids too. So I don't know when I used to, like, get sew-ins 4 or 5 times a year, I didn't necessarily lose edges a lot, but it seems like when I switched back to getting braids, I've started noticing, like, my hair is getting thinner. So, I don't know, and I also have a really fine hair texture, so my hair type is, like, 4A, 4B, and it's real curly. It's not kinky per se, it's more on the curly side, and so it's really fine, like I don't know how to explain it, but it'll look like I have a relaxer when I don't, when I get it pressed and stuff like that. So it could just be too much tension for my hair type. I'm not sure. Thank you so much. I've had 10 bridesmaids. Oh, 10. Oh my goodness. I had 7 and I was stressing out. We were gonna have 8 and then one of mine had to drop out due to personal reasons. And then one of my husband's groomsmen had to drop out as well. So we ended up with 7. And in fact, we had somebody drop out like last minute. So it was like 7 bridesmaids, 6 groomsmen. Let's see. But you're right. I should let people help. Your hair looks good. I want to get the same. Thank you. But yes, if David's Bridal is not closed, I recommend looking at David's Bridal because I feel like David's Bridal is got some really good sales, but it just depends on the budget. Now, if the budget is real tight and the girls don't want to spend more than like 50-ish dollars, I would say look very, very closely and carefully at Amazon because Amazon has some pretty gowns and dresses too. And right now, we just came off of prom season, so if you check, you might be able to find some cute, like, upscale gown type dresses that they could be your bridesmaids in without spending a lot of money. I used to get braids all the time, but I've been noticing my hair on the roots is coming out, and I'm stopping the braids for now. It honestly might be the edge control. I think I'm gonna bet it might be the edge control because it's like right in here where I've been putting that stuff on my edges. And like when she did my silk press, she asked me did I want edge control on it, and I told her no. And like almost every braider nowadays uses some sort of jam or edge control blocking gel, some sort of thick thing to make the braids all slick and stuff. And then the wispy baby hairs and all the dramatic you know, swoops and stuff is back in again. And I feel like that be breaking off my hair because it just doesn't my hair doesn't necessarily like to lay down because like I said, it's naturally curly. So like when it gets wet, it wants to do what it wants to do. And now I have grays all over my hair Not too much. Like you looking at my hair, you don't see no grays, but I have like little small grays, and a lot of them are in the front. And those are the main pieces that do what they want to do. Like if my hair is curly, that's the piece that want to be straight. It's so funny. Where do y'all be finding these bridesmaids? I always change plan my imaginary wedding and come to the conclusion that I only have one bridesmaid and a matron of honor. Honestly, that's what I should have had, but I couldn't say no. That's the best way to be Brandy. The less women, the better, because women are difficult to please. And then, like, if you got different bridesmaids and they're all different sizes, that makes finding your outfit so much more challenging because if you got somebody who has large feet, they can't fit the same shoes as everybody else. You got plus size brides and you got smaller brides. It's hard to find dresses that accommodate all body types. And then if you got people who got the budget to do whatever you need them to do, they're kind of down for whatever. And then you got the person that don't really got a lot of money but want to be in it because they love you, but they really don't have the means to do it, but they're gonna be there because you're like their close friend. Now, like they're complaining about everything that y'all suggest because it's like, oh dang, that costs a lot. What about this? What about that? And so it's a lot when you're dealing with a lot of women. It's kind of like planning a trip with black people. Like you start off with 8 people who said they going on the cabin trip, and by the time it's time to go on the cabin trip, you down to 2 people, maybe 3, because it's hard to get something planned with a lot of folks having their 2 cents into it. Then you got, oh, well, why don't we wear jumpsuits? I don't want to wear no jumpsuit. Okay, well, why don't we do off the shoulder? I don't like off the shoulder. My boobs too big. My back be hurting. Can we do something long? Like it'd be a lot. What you look for the remote? Oh, Dez is here, y'all.
You don't have to start talking, but I can't find it. And I just realized while I was at the gym that I didn't even take it off at the gym, so I'm trying to figure out where I left it. I'll figure it out.
I mean, I can go in the other room if you want to look in here. Alrighty then. I had tried that for my birthday to come to the A. It was the worst experience ever. If you want your friends to not solo trips are in my future. Solo trips are in my future too, because it gets tiresome trying to plan around people. I would have loved to do like a birthday dinner where you have all your friends wear the same color and then y'all can take pictures and stuff afterwards. But it's hard enough trying to coordinate all of us arriving somewhere at the same time, let alone us trying to arrive somewhere and wear a color. Oh yeah, I'm getting sleepy because I've been going to bed earlier. But I'ma just say, yeah, it's hard doing stuff with a group. And my advice is if you got at least one solid person, like, and I'm not talking about for weddings, like I most people who want bridesmaids want at least 3 on each side. So I'm not talking about that when I say if you have at least one, but I'm talking about when it comes to travel. If you have at least one good travel buddy, that's really all you need because the more people that you include, the harder it is to do stuff together at times unless y'all are all on the same page. And it really just depends on where people are at in their life. Like you got people that want to do stuff, but they just can't because of their financial situation. Or if they a single mom, like it's not as easy for them to always get up and go and do just because they have to get arrangements for their kids. Or if you just have somebody who work all the time, it may not be easy for them to always get off work because their work schedule is crazy. So imagine all that on top of whatever you are dealing with personally. Like it is so hard to coordinate stuff with adults. And that's what was saying, like in my video where I was talking about like your key moments in time, they will never weigh the same as the next person because at the end of the day, people are focused on what matters to them in their life. And when they are spending a part of the day with you, like they care, but they're not gonna care about it the way you do. And so once I realized that, I realized like, dang, I be overreacting sometimes when it comes to these like birthdays, the wedding and stuff like that, like, they're not gonna care about if it was perfect and what I had on and what color was on my nails and if my makeup was this and that. Only I'm gonna care about that. So making sure I'm making decisions based on my needs and what's important. And then if it's really not that important, like, okay, it's not that big of a deal. What matters is who's gonna be there, the two of you. That's the most important two people. But just the love you're gonna feel being surrounded by everybody. And when it comes to travel, if it's on your bucket list and you want to go do it, go and do it, friend. Don't be waiting on people. If you know you've been trying to go to Atlanta for the last 3 years, make this year your year. You check Southwest, check on not Spirit. No, don't fly with them, but Frontier, Southwest, Delta, and get you a cheap flight out here and go and go. Even if you get one person. Heck yes to being a mom and hardly going out getting a sitter. I just told myself I'm traveling with my kids more and giving them experiences I never had. Look, I recommend it, especially if you struggle with finding a sitter. You get you some cheap flight. Frontier be having sales, Southwest be having sales. Take them with you. Georgia is a kid friendly place anyway. And if you can go with somebody who have kids too, y'all can tag team and y'all can still have your adult drinks and have some fun. But then the kids will have each other to play with and tire each other out. But I know it's easier said than done. And when you have more kids, it's even more work. So I'm not trying to say it's easy because it's not. I be feeling tired sometimes when I travel with my son. But I feel like it's important for me to show him a few things before he turns 18 so that he's not so easily impressed when he gets out here in the world. But also, he's able to remember that it took hard work to get those experiences and desire, he'll desire to work hard too to create great experiences for himself. Like, I don't want him to be, well, and he won't because he's already been to Mexico at the age of 7. At 6, he went, I think. Was he 6 or 7? I think he was 6. Because it wasn't this year. We went last year before he turned 7. Yeah. So I say that to say, like, he got to go to Mexico. Like, we're going to Orlando this year. This year's family trip is gonna be Orlando. We're not doing a cruise. Child, they ain't gonna work my nerves on a cruise again. Like, I'll wait. Josiah and I'd love to do a mommy son cruise because he enjoyed the cruise and I like cruising too. So I'm thinking about doing a mommy son cruise for him if I can find a good price. Even December would be a good month for me, but we'll see. And it could be a short one, like 3 days, 4 days, 3 nights, 3 days, 2 nights. It don't have to be long. But I want Josiah to be able to experience those kind of things because I was in my 20s when I got my passport. I was in my 20s the first time, and I'm talking late 20s, married the first time I went out the country. So like I want him to have some of those experiences as a teen, as a elementary age, middle school age child, and when he grows up, he'll understand like, oh wow, the world is really mine if I do what I'm supposed to do and work hard. And it doesn't seem unobtainable to him or only something celebrities can have. Like, no, like normal people can achieve these things too. Nothing wrong with being a celebrity, but a lot of the celebrity things we see are out of reach for a lot of us because we're regular people. And it's nothing wrong with being regular people. Like if you meant to be famous one day, you will, and if not, you can still be a regular person with a great family and a wonderful life. So don't let nobody make you feel like you're not doing good just because you doing it the regular way or the right way. And thank y'all so much for watching my video. I really did appreciate that. Like y'all came through like notifications are working because YouTube be playing in this algorithm. You know, I don't know what be going on. I need my views to match with the subscriber count. If I got 16,000 subscribers, I feel like I should be getting at least 300 views on every video. Like, and that don't be happening. Some of the views be looking like, "Hi, I'm Yosha, and this is my first day doing YouTube." Like, it don't even bother me though because I know that at some point it's gonna hit the people it's supposed to hit. And some videos gonna take off and do awesome, other videos are gonna flop, and that's all right. But I'm still gonna be consistent because I want this to be bigger than it is. I want this to be a stream for me and my family. I want to start making my business pop, doing promo, doing consulting for channels, helping folks grow and learning all that. Like, I can't wait. Ever since I took a flight to Miami, Josiah keeps talking about flying on an airplane and going to a beach. I was in my 20s when I took my first flight. We had that in common. I was felt like I was commenting too much on the video. No, Brandy, you were doing good. I knew you was watching the video because you was commenting. You comment like I be commenting. When I watch, I be commenting as stuff happen because I don't know if I'm multitasking. I don't want to be in the middle of typing, trying to do a long paragraph, and then I end up stepping away or going out, and then I lose what I wrote. So I just be hitting the done comment button. I'll just keep commenting and commenting. It don't bother me. Spam the comment watching. It don't bother me at all. And then also I felt like Josiah, rode on a plane when he was a baby and it was with his dad. His mom was like not I don't know if she was a flight attendant, but she had like flight benefits for the airline. And so they had traveled for a family reunion and I didn't go. And Josiah was an infant at the time, so they let him go. And of course, infants get to ride for free because 2 and under can ride in the lap. And so he got to go to Florida. But of course, he's 8 and he don't remember that. So to him, this is his first flight experience. So we're going to Orlando. It's a short flight. I did secure a really good deal on Delta. It was $118 round trip for each ticket. So I was like, yeah, we're gonna do this. For Delta Airlines, we get to get a snack and entertainment. I don't know why I said entertainment like that. We get the snack, the entertainment, and we get to bring a personal and carry-on bag. Yeah, we finna do that. I don't care where they sit us. But Josiah is excited about that. And we'll work our way up. But yeah, for the rest of the year, at least right now, I'm going to Mississippi, Orlando, and Jamaica, Montego Bay. So those are my 3 trips that I know for sure are happening before the end of the year. If I find a good cruise deal for me and Siah, we might add that in December. I don't foresee it. I've really just been trying to save, save, save because you never know what may happen as far as a rainy day until I start making some more money, like on YouTube, which today was YouTube payday. And I will say that my AdSense was better this month than last month. So I'm grateful for that growth. But YouTube is so unpredictable. Like it's so up and down. And I want to get to a point where my um ads is one set of income, but then I'm making another set of income from services that I offer like because of YouTube, but not necessarily through the ads. Like I want something that can make us money through PayPal, where I'm not giving a cut of what I'm earning to YouTube. Like not trying to be mean, but YouTube be taking like 55% of our earnings. So, if you're getting a lot of money off of a specific video, you're gonna make some money on it, but YouTube takes a cut. So when you start selling merch or offering services to people and you set that up on your own outside of YouTube, then you're really being able to make your money for real without somebody taking taxes out of it right off the top. Yes, it was such a great deal. And the crazy thing was, we found the deal when Southwest had that huge 30% off sale. And so, what that taught me is that Delta does not advertise their sales, but they pay attention to their competitors. And whether they admit it or not, Southwest Airlines is definitely a competitor of Delta. And so, whenever Southwest drops those prices, 40%, 30%, summer sale, fall sale, you need to go check Delta too because Delta is gonna try to price match for those destinations so that they don't lose their customer. Now, that was my first time testing that theory out, but I'm glad I did, and now I know, like, check Delta before I go with Southwest. I don't dislike Southwest, but Southwest seems to have more connecting flights, and they also seem to have like the wanna getaway. I don't like that the way that goes. And the wanna getaway is where you don't get your seat until you board. And if you pick the cheapest seat, you don't get to board with priority at all. And basic is like that too, but it's still better on Delta to me than it is on Southwest. Southwest is like you basically first come, first seat, serve, find a seat on the plane. Delta is like at least you know if you're in the back of the plane, they're gonna tell you when you get there. You're not gonna be surprised and be sitting in the front row in the middle of people because they would not give you a front row ticket if you paid for a basic seat. Southwest is literally the luck of the draw. I'm just sticking with road trips for now. I want to fly with my kids, but three kids versus one adult scares me. Girl, I understand. I've seen some folks with multiple kids in the airport and they babies running away from them and not listening and that looks like a stressful situation to be in by yourself. So when the kids get a little bit older and a little bit more, not independent, but just like they understand the protocol of how to act out in public. Not saying your kids are not well behaved, but I'm just saying like if you don't have any like under 4 or under 5, then it would be easier on you because they're gonna know like from how they go to school or how they interact in other situations where there's groups, how to conduct themselves in the airport. And that's also why Josiah has not flown because he exhibits short attention span. Like I love my child to pieces, but he gets distracted and want to veer off. And it's like I used to be like, "Oh, why them folks got their kids on a leash?" But then when I realized that these kids be just going all over the place when you be out in public, I understand why folks put leashes on their kids because kids don't want to stay with you when you go out in public. You got to tell them 2 and 3 times, "Hey, stay with me. Don't go over there." Like, so yeah, I understand waiting until the kids get older. I'm thinking with him being 8, we should be able to keep up with him a little bit better. But, he got his own world. "What? I saw a teddy bear." I'm like, "Get your butt back over here." And I don't know, we do road trips to Mississippi usually, we don't fly, but I be ready to go home by the time the trip is over. I don't like being in a car for 7 hours with Josiah and Des. I love them, but I don't like that.
Same. Same.
Des over there talking about some same.
Because you constantly complain from when we get on the road to when we leave about being in the car.
That's such a long drive.
It's really not. It's really not.
How
You
y'all
think an
okay,
hour
wait.
is a long
Okay,
drive.
wait. Let me
So
let me let me let me put another poll in here for you guys.
I mean, unless they taken a trip before, like they won't know. But
How
you
long
think an hour and a half is a long drive, so you're not really a great barometer
is
when it
too
comes to long
long?
trips.
How long is too long in the car for a road trip? I guess teaching them public etiquette. Wait, where did it go? Oh, the live chat. I'm trying to work this thing. I'm over here like, what is this? I guess teaching them public etiquette. Yes, because the stuff our kids do when they are with us is not the same stuff we be wanting them to do when we're out in public. Like we have to remind Siah to use his inside voice because he talk loud just like I do. And he'll say something and you'll be like, "Shh, wait." So like, not talking too loud in public spaces. Not touching everything because he like touching stuff. He's very curious about something. And just, personal space, not being too close to people. Even with COVID-19 happening, I don't think he understands germs. 4 hours is too long for me if I'm driving, 10 hours if I'm a passenger. That sounds about right. I don't want to drive for more than 4 hours either. I be getting sore leg after the second hour. I'm originally from Mississippi and I'm tired of the 5 hour drive now, so I fly, but it defeats the purpose because it takes just as long. Don't tell me that because I was thinking about flying into Gulfport in August if I can't take off because I didn't want to be tired and have to go to work the next day. and I'm not sure if I'll be able to take off the day I like the night before and staying an extra day so that I wouldn't have to worry about being in the car trying to work and then flying back that Sunday so that I won't be super tired having to go to work Monday. But I don't know. I have to see if I can get a good flight price because I also don't want to pay $300 to fly from Atlanta to Mississippi because I feel like when flights are 100, not 100, but when flights are an hour and 30 minutes or less, the flight should not exceed $200. That's just my opinion. And I understand that airlines are trying to make up their money for when folks couldn't fly because of the pandemic, but I just think that some of these flight prices are getting over. 118 on Delta was a very great and fair price for Orlando. It should have never been more than 150 to go from Atlanta to Orlando anyway because the flight is less than an hour and 30 minutes. They're getting over. Miami flights should never be $300 from Atlanta, but they are. Any destination in Orlando, Tampa, Destin, anywhere that's an hour and 30 minutes, which is pretty much every city in Florida, we shouldn't be paying more than $200. And the 200 is like, okay, it's Memorial Day weekend or it's Thanksgiving or, a holiday. I'll say you can do 250 if it's a holiday, but it's a short flight. I just think they're getting over on people when they are charging all that money to go an hour and 30 minutes. Like, I like the prices we had before the pandemic. I've been using Southwest. I'll look and see, but I would be flying into Gulfport is the airport closest to where we would be. So I know he has some family that lives in Jackson as well, I believe. But Jackson would still require us to drive 3 hours. So I would fly into the closest airport, which would be Gulfport. And the hotel that we stay at, it typically has a shuttle that runs. So it's like it's to me it's the perfect solution because I would be able to fly there, fly back and have a ride to and from the airport. And if I have family driving down, I can just ride with them when I'm around, you know. So that's what I would want to do because I can't drive and be in the car or ride and be in the car for 7 hours, be all sore and tired, and then have to get up to work the next day. It's not gonna work. Back to public etiquette. I took my kids to the pool and was trying to cut money corners. I told the lady my youngest was 3 years to get him in free. Josiah said out loud, clear. No, mom, we're 7, 5, and 4. I was like, bruh, we about to just go home. Oh my gosh. Brandy, that is so funny. You have to prep your kids in the car before you get there to tell them what you're going to say so they don't spoil it. I've had to coach Josiah a few times as well. Like, Josiah, I know that we're 7, okay? But today we're going to say that we're 6 because the 6-year-olds are $5 less, okay? Okay. Kids are hilarious. Oh my gosh. My child is funny too. He is. He is. Like it's so fun to film with him because he's just himself. Like I don't be coaching none of that. He just be funny by himself when he say stuff. He's naturally funny the way he is. Kids are honest too. They'll tell you if they don't like something, if it don't taste right. Like children are great. But y'all, I'm about to get ready to go to bed. I want to help my husband find his necklace. He came in here looking for it about 15 minutes ago. And I want to go ahead and wind down so I can get to bed early again because I'm working on regulating my sleep pattern, which means I'm probably officially going to have to stop going out late at night to celebrate with folks. Cause once I get this on track, I gotta keep it up on the weekend. So it's gonna be a brunch me, lunch me, day party me type summer because all this staying out all night and then you can't sleep and then your sleep pattern is off for 4 or 5 days after. I can't keep repeating that. But I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for spending time with me tonight. Thank you so much for 16K. Thank y'all for watching my videos and commenting. And you're very welcome. You're very welcome. I'll be back. I'm gonna try to come back again next week. I'm starting to come back on Wednesdays, but I'll put a poll up like I did this time to ask y'all what time. Because of the goal of more sleep, I'm probably gonna keep trying to come right around 9:30. Cause even if we talk for an hour, it's not 11:30, 12 o'clock in the morning, I'm getting off. So who knows? I may even start popping up on the weekends too. But I wanna start with Wednesdays because it's typically a good day. It's right in the middle of the week, and I usually can catch some of y'all. So, anywho, if you're new here and you're watching the replay, don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. Watch my other videos. I'm gonna link down every video that will be posted this week for you guys, so y'all can go ahead and watch those. I'm dropping 3 videos. One of them already dropped Monday. The other one dropped tonight, and part two to the video that came out tonight will be posted on Saturday. So watch all the videos, y'all. And I'll see y'all next time I go live. Good night. Bye. Wait, I'm like, how do I end it? Okay.